Like any fight effect, whatever, we got this. Woo. I was worried there because we bricked so hard, but that was totally fair. They dropped their third land before we dropped our third. Nice. We could now play open, which is really nice. Hey everybody, welcome back, and thanks for taking the time out of your day to spend with me here watching Magic the Gathering Arena. I have something very unique. This is a homebrew Orzhov Undying Aggro deck, and we went 6-1, an 85% win rate, just crushing matches in best of one. It doesn't get much better than this. We have a newly revealed synergy here to share with you guys today. As always, we'll break down the deck in its entirety, each individual card, strengths, weaknesses, why it was chosen to be included in the deck in the first place. Then we'll visit the strategies and synergies. What's your overall game plan and how will you get there? Finally, we'll jump into the gameplay footage, breaking down all the playlines and interactions that we can find between this newly crafted Orzhov Undying Aggro and the meta. So if you do find any value within the video, I encourage if you would like, comment, subscribe, share to a friend, and of course hit that bell icon so you're notified of future uploads. #awkward. If you want to support the channel, you can do so as well on Twitch, Patreon, YouTube, and Amazon. You can also download Magic the Gathering Arena Assistant for free within the Overwolf link in the description below. Not Overwatch, jeez, can you imagine? Anyways, this gives you access to everything you'll ever want: deck write-ups, deck videos, metagame analysis, and so much more. So if you want to improve at the game, you're gonna take the first step by downloading Magic the Gathering Arena Assistant within the Overwolf link in the description below. Let's get into Orzhov Undying Aggro. I do call this Undying because we have a lot of things to be replayed from the grave, which in the current meta of Mill happens to work very, very well. Such as the Skyclave Shade, a 3/1, kicker for 3, total for 5. It can't block. If you kicked it, it will enter with 2+1/+1 counters on it. It has landfall, and whenever a land enters the battlefield, if it's in your graveyard, you can play it from your grave, obviously still paying its converted mana cost, but that's absolutely amazing. And where it gets even better is when paired with Seasoned Hallowblade, another aggro creature, a 3/1 as well. We have the ability here to discard a card, tap it, it gains indestructible until end of turn. What's a great card to discard? Well, your Skyclave Shade. Throwing it to the grave, just replaying it next turn on your land drop. Absolutely sign me up. This is the greatest way to not only burn your opponent out of counter spells, but to burn them out of their removal as well. Moving forward, we have a little bit extra sauce from the grave in the form of 4 copies of Demonic Embrace. Enchant creature. Enchanted creature gets +3/+1, has flying, and is a demon in addition to its other types. We can cast the Embrace from our graveyard by paying 3 life and discarding a card from our hand in addition to paying its converted mana cost of 3. So this is great. We want to typically find these cards within our deck. Our opponent mills us. Now we basically have access to it from our graveyard, which is great. With that all being said, we do have some other aggro style creatures within the deck to help us get there. We have a single copy of Alseid of Life's Bounty. This is in here just for the lifelink plus the protection. It could come down to save it. It's not really a requirement to the deck, but I find that if you do have a 1 copy in your deck, more times than not it happens to surface, especially in best of 1. So you can pay 1 to sacrifice it. Another target creature or enchantment you control gains protection from the color of your choice until the end of turn. This is quite nice because it does protect our Demonic Embrace from being removed, or the creature that it's on from being removed. Plus it has lifelink, so if you put the Demonic Embrace or the Maul of the Skyclaves on it, that'll be some nice life gain for you. Speaking of Maul of the Skyclaves, we didn't talk about that yet. When it enters the battlefield, attach it to target creature you control. Equipped creature gets +2/+2, has flying and first strike. That creature can be removed, and because it is an equipment, it stays in play, and you'll just have to re-equip it for 4. And again, this goes great on creatures with life gain, such as Alseid of Life's Bounty. And then, speaking of other creatures that we can equip it to, Nighthawk Scavenger. This is great. Obviously, it already does have flying, so you kind of lose out on that. But grabbing the first strike is really great. With Death Touch, basically can kill anything. Its power is equal to 1 plus the number of cards among different types in your opponent's graveyard. You know, land, enchantment, artifact, creatures, instant, sorcery, stuff like this. It can go to a maximum of 8. So an 8/3 for 3 with Flying, Death Touch, and Lifelink is very good. We also have Murderous Rider with Lifelink. It is a 2/3, and when it dies, it gets put on the bottom of its owner's library. We have Swift End as an adventure at instant speed for 3, destroying target creature or planeswalker, losing 2 life, which, you know, isn't really bad because of all of the life gain options that we do have within the deck. So it's just great removal plus a creature a little later on. So the Murderous Rider and the Nighthawk Scavenger are both great targets for Demonic Embrace and Maul of the Skyclave. The Scavenger, a little bit less so because you lose out on the flying, but the Murderous Rider, absolutely 100%, and the Alseid of Life's Bounty as well, if you need the life gain. We have Luminarch Aspirant. Now, this has really good synergy with Basri's Lieutenant that we'll break down next. It's a human cleric, 1/1. At the beginning of combat on your turn, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Typically, I like to stack them on our Seasoned Hallowblade because it has the only form of indestructible within the deck, which is great, but it could also go anywhere else that you find to fit in that specific situation. I don't want to say that it always needs to go on Seasoned Hallowblade, but as a rule of thumb, it's a good idea to put it there because you can not have that value be removed from board just by discarding a card and keeping it in play. The combo, or synergy I should say, comes in with Basri's Lieutenant. It's a 3/4 with vigilance and protection from multicolored. When it enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. When Basri's Lieutenant or another creature you control dies, if it had a +1/+1 counter on it, create a 2/2 white knight creature token with vigilance. This is great because when it enters the battlefield, it can put a token on something, and we can put a token on anything we want with Luminarch Aspirant. And then when things with tokens get removed, we get to create a 2/2 with Vigilance, which is great. And, you know, that 2/2 can be equipped by our Embrace, our Skyclave, to get quick access to immediate damage, again, which is a lot of fun because when they're removed, they'll come into play on our opponent's turn or the turn that they were removed. And, you know, if it is our opponent's turn when they do a Shatter the Sky or a Sorcery Speed removal, the Summoning Sickness will be gone by the time it's our turn again, so we can get right into attack mode. Speaking of attack mode, Legion Angel, a 4/3 with flying. When it enters the battlefield, reveal a card with the same name as it from your sideboard, bringing it into your hand. We have 1 main deck and 3 sideboard. If you play one of these, they are going to need lots of removal, and there's a good chance that you'll burn their hand out because you're replacing Legion Angel every single turn with a copy of itself, and they're going to need to have some form of draw or, you know, recursion removal, I guess you could call it, to deal with all of the different angels. That is the deck. I believe we talked about each individual card, the strengths, the weaknesses, how they're used together, the involving strategies and synergies. You know, it is go wide, get in the air, and smash your opponent down. We've got 9 plains, 9 swamps, 4 Brightclimb and Grimclimb Pathways, and 2 Fabled Passages as well to take us home. Just making the deck really consistent. And again, we had an 85% win rate with this deck, going 6-1, and we almost won that 7th match. And unfortunately, we can only go so long with these videos, creating 2 a day. So I hope you guys enjoy this deck. There's a good chance I'll be using this deck to push to Diamond today, just because nobody knows about it yet. If you did enjoy the deck breakdown, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share the channel to a friend, hit that bell icon, of course, so you're notified of all of our other dope uploads. We have the 500,000 gem giveaway, free cash prize tournaments every single month happening. Check out the Discord for more information on that. And yeah, of course, if you want to support financially, I would really appreciate that. Twitch, Patreon, YouTube, our Amazon link as well. You can purchase things through, and that would be, you know, the most amazing thing in the world. If not, you know, I just respect you for spending your time and attention with me here day in and day out. That's absolutely amazing. So much gratitude to you all for helping support the channel, no matter what means possible. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Enjoy the Orzhov Undying Aggro deck that I built for you guys today. Again, with an 85% win rate, going 6-1 within Platinum. Take care. Don't forget to watch to the end so you don't miss out on our final thoughts. Opponent goes first. Our hand looks really slow, but also very strong. even stronger now, right? Yeah. Scooch myself over a bit so you can see the whole hand, because it's getting pretty thick. Hopefully we can dodge a little removal here. If they play anything, we'll take it. If not, we'll scavenge. Right? Alright. So they're not playing anything. So we are good to go. He's just a little baby. I can't block it even. Nice. Hopefully we can get that embrace off. I mean, it's pretty high priority for them to remove, but the Scavenger can kill the Rider, or at least keep it from attacking, hopefully. Another 5 damage. The Gargaroth, you dog. This is fine for us though. Snag. Unfortunately, we don't have the mana to correctly cast this. Force them to block. Right, as the lieutenant has vigilance. Nice. Alright, again, this is a little bit slow, but that's fine when we have a Legion Angel. Playing into what I would assume to be our Apparition first, as that hits our Angel as well. But just to be safe, let's get to that after, right? We'll make that our last decision, just in case, you know, we do need to change that thought process, right? We pulled a second Rider, so that kind of makes maybe that more viable. We'll see what our next pull is. The Innkeeper, interesting. So I like the Apparition there because they only get a 1/1 back. Oh, but we pull the planes here, so that definitely needs to be a swamp. See, and that's why we made that decision last. So even if they kill the Apparition, they lose that draw engine, right? The ability to draw on all of their adventure cards. Mammoth, potentially. Kazandu Mammoth! Maybe there's removal that they want to go for, but meh. Sucks, but I'm not tossing that Angel. We could have tossed the land, probably. We can just start filling the field with these flyers. That's going to be real good. We do have removal if they play anything, so we can still hit for 9. Yeah. Big woofs. Alright. They get a 1/1. The ooze is nice. That could save them. The Hallowblade can discard the Skyclave Shade very successfully, right? That's super high synergy. Right? Whenever we play our next land, we have the option just to replay that. And another Legion Angel, which again takes us to our sideboard, draws us our second, which would be our third in total. We're getting a good game. I think we got it. Woo! Orzhov Aggro in the house. All right, this looks a little awkward land-wise, right? We have a lot of white, and you know, that's not there. This looks great. Keeping 6, I think we toss our 4-drop. It's the highest, right? It has high synergy with the Aspirant, but I would rather just kind of hit that curvature, right? Ooh. I think we push these scavengers out first. Let's see what we pull. We do need to top deck nothing but land here for a little bit. Well, even just one. It's okay, we got this. We've been beating Gruul Adventures like it's no issue. And yeah, let's get after it. Taking that damage, it's awesome. Another Heart's Desire. We top deck a swamp, please. Negative. Hallowblade in play. They could easily just stomp the Luminarch, so we don't want to play that yet. We want to push it out and then have the token go on the Hallowblade, hopefully, when they're tapped. No blocks. It hurts. I don't want to discard any cards here. It's not worth trading a card out of our hand for a token. Come on, land. No, that sucks. So much. Let's hit for 4. Right, if we can pull land, Skyclave, and use our Skyclave and Aspirant, just push up Hallowblade. Go crazy about it, right? I don't know. I'm really relying on these scavengers to take us home with a little bit of life gain, right? If it's not the Scavenger, it's the Apparition, and that's fine too. Risky, right? Not hitting your land drops sucks. That's okay. Hit for 3. They're gonna stomp it. Nice. At least it replaces itself. Where's our land? We're pushing pace. They're at 11. They can go up to 12 from the ooze. I just hope we both brick until the same time. Right? Whoever gets to go first on the third land drop is going to rip ahead. Frightening. Oh, they get it! They don't want to pay life for it, though. That's good for us. We need that Skyclave. Come on, land. I believe 44. Nice. Yep. Bonecrusher Giant doesn't kill it. They have to Scorching Dragonfire it right here for us to tap it. Nope. And they thought that 1/1 was going to block it. That feels good. How are they going to deal with that? With 3, potentially 4 mana. It's got indestructible, right? It has to be exiled. They don't have access to exile. They could play a land, a double Scorching Dragonfire. But we can just, the indestructible mitigates the damage and it doesn't get exiled. Right? It just doesn't die, so it doesn't go to exile. Yeah, no, we're fine. Like any fight effect, whatever, we got this. Woo. I was worried there because we bricked so hard, but that was totally fair. They dropped their third land before we dropped our third. Nice. We could now play open, which is really nice. And we just close the game out there with the Hallowblade while having access now to the rest of our hand. I'm really liking this deck. Wow, this hand's like super awkward. We have our 1 of, which is fun. Oh, the land. We need to pull other creatures is the thing. Is it mono blue or rogues? Dimir control? What's going on? Straight up mill throws us into an embrace. We have also got our Skyclave Shade in there now, so you know we have no problem on that creature front. Thanks, friend. Absolutely. They solved our problem for us. I love it. The Shade's great against any mill, so is the Demonic Embrace. The Bubble Snare. They can't attack or block now, right? Oh no, we can attack once. Hit for 7, gain 4 life. Nice. That's alright. The Shade is dead at this point now, though. And they're tutelage, so we get another 4 in. More like 6. Or we could go up to 7. Feels awkward. I think I'll Lieutenant onto Alseid. This is really good too, though. Lethal next turn. Mill is like whatever. We could Embrace, we could Skyclave, we could Legion Angel. It just, there's so many good options. Alright. So, we have 3 here. We couldn't quite do it. Let's take our hit. We do have Vigilance there. Let's go wide. Okay. It feels fine. They have to deal with both of our attackers. Opt does not do that. That's Desperation. It's instant. They're using it at sorcery speed. Scry 1. Draw a card. Basically, try to find an answer. I mean, we're still at 30 cards, so the mill's not going to happen. I can't believe not more Shades. Right? Oh, there you go. No, they're drawing it. They're out of mana, though, here. But we are going to get a nice big mill again. Game. They just don't have an answer. They're tapped. We have lethal. You know, we're crushing matches here in Best of 1 today with Orzhov Aggro. Going first is great. Loving it. We have our Embrace ready to hit Hallowblade. Ooh. Cycling. I see. We can use our Apparition on the Fox if it gets too big, I guess, right? I will put out the... sucks, we're wasting mana, but... yeah, I'm still doing it. Just because it gets value every single turn. Killing the Stinger here. We don't even have to toss a land. That's awesome. That means the Apparition is good to go. A second Stinger trying to damage us out. That's fine. This is weird, but I'm gonna do it. Just because now if things die, Basri's Lieutenant brings them back in as 2/2s. They're down to 9. We're ready to jump in the air. Take some damage, sure. You have a blocker. Not getting any life here, which is really good for us. Wait for 7-8 in the air. We go wide. Unless they play a blocker for lethal. That's no blocker. That's good game. The win streak continues. Woo! Just crushing it. Well, if we pull a third land, it's great. If not, a little awkward. I guess we can keep it. Play our planes first. I think we'll just maybe ignore our scavenger and go all planes. We'll keep that there for now. And we'll see what we want to do turn 3. Maybe we do want to go scavenger. I don't know. Hallowblade is pretty nice. We don't have a Skyclave to discard, but that's okay. Oh no. Indestructible cannot survive with negative status on it. So even if we do discard, it will still die, which is so sad. So we definitely want to take that draw engine away from them. Even if they get it back, we just have to deal with it right away. I'm gonna start lacing these angels out. Yeah. Shoot. Do they have main deck Luris? Who knows? At least it replaces itself, right? Kind of burning the removal out. We can do that for a few turns. A little back and forth. Myers Grasp, Legion Angel Dance. They could double drop though, because Grasp is only 2. We want to save our rider for an instant speed Luris removal, if we can. Obviously, we're just going to keep lacing these angels in until we see it, but at a certain point. They're stunned up. They're not sure what's going on here. The Trident. Mill. It is Luris. Or else they wouldn't be milling to the grave. Just keep going for it. Hopefully we get to 6 and then we can double drop. Take them down to 18. It might be a straight up Legion Angel beatdown. They don't get the removal going. Demonic Embrace, Flying Death Touch. Plus removal. Sploosh. It's a lot of our mana. Still hit for massive amount. First strike trumps Death Touch. Yup. I'm gonna play the Scavenger. That's a decent hit, right? That's not bad. Down to 12. We're at 19. They chose not to attack with the Trident because they thought they could defend with it. Getting burned. And now they think they can attack with it. We could remove it, but I'm going to take the Summoning Sickness off the Scavenger first. And we'll remove it next turn if they try to defend against the Scavenger. They need more Myers Grasp on the Scavenger. They have 5. They could lure us into a Grasp, and that would make me like almost sick, I feel like. Good on them, though. It would be a great play, and I don't expect anything else, right? They need to be playing at the top of their game for us to be able to really test our homemade decks out to make sure that they're able to roll. I'm interested as to what's going on. They looked at their grave. They're chilling. They're thinking about it, right? They have a Crawling Barrens open. Woohoo! The streak continues. That is 6 wins in a row. Absolutely stunning. Orzhov Aggro putting out work. Wow, this simply will not do. We have to toss this. It looks better here. We toss the Apparition, we keep the Rider, keep the land. Just, it's a safe play. I like the Apparition over the Rider a little bit, but it's they're so similar. Let's try to just push value. Hopefully there's no red with a Bone Crusher Giant hollowed up. It's white. It could be Exile. Glass Casket, maybe. If it is Exile, we want to go wide. We don't want to waste our point of damage, really. We don't know if it's Exile for sure. It could just be a creature. Oh, they paid life for that. Okay, they Skyclave it. They should take the Shade, and they do. Smart. They have another. Maybe we just hit for lethal in 2. Let's pretend they don't have it. I guess it's not quite lethal. We're 1 away. We could get boned here, but whatever. It's tapped. No, they've got it. Giant Killer. Sploosh. Scavenger in play. I mean, that needs to be answered as well. It's a threat. Kind of, sort of. Dodges the Giant Killer at least. Questing Beast. You can get in for some DPS. And the Killer to tap us later on. Makes sense. If only we had 1 more land. Already has flying. I want to give this flying. The equip here is 4. Let's hit for 2 right now. Because when we kill the Questing Beast here, it actually pushes it up to 2, right? So we get to deal 2 damage, and we lost 2 life, which was mitigated by the life gain of the Scavenger. So, like, we didn't really actually have to pay for Murderous Rider there. And we actually dealt 1 extra damage by doing so. The Beast out as a 5/5, that's okay. The 2 mana to tap us from the Giant Killer has to stay open, right? No way. Only leaves us with 2 mana. This gives us another creature, right? So not only do we get a 2/2 from the apparition, but we'll get a 2/2 from the exile of their apparition. Nice, they bounce it, so we still get it. We just don't get the exile on theirs. That uses their mana, so we actually get to hit for another 2, down to 4. Interesting. They have to keep that giant killer ready to tap us on whatever we Skyclave or embrace. So that's going to take the Scavenger. And they've got 2 mana left over. We can't attack, so they may as well play something else. How do we do this? We just gotta go real wide the whole time. Like wide, 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 wide. They're gonna tap something, which is fine. We're just gonna put the love on the rider. No attacks, the beast can just block it. Land comes in. Oh, sploosh. That's gonna be really hard to come back from. Oh my lantern. Where's our 6th land? I think we go wide. Still, we don't put it all on the rider. We should have put one on the apparition last turn. Or aspirant, sorry. Oh, another giant killer? Sploosh. This is crazy. Too much. That Henge is gonna win them the game. Right, gaining 2 life every turn. We got so close. So close. A couple really clutch giant killers from them. I mean, that Henge out of nowhere. Oof. The only card that can beat Ugin. The Great Henge. I feel like I'm in a different reality right now. We've got so much mana available. Making me sick. That's the 6th land, but we need to discard for this one is the thing. Two giant killers as well. Toss it in. We're gonna keep this plains to discard, I hope. We're gonna keep pushing this rider up. We're gonna pray that bad things don't happen to us. Oh, nice. They bounced their giant killer. No attacks. Ending our turn. Big woofs. We got so close. I guess all good things must come to an end. Giant Killer. Come on. They should have played the... Oh, they just drew it. Innkeeper off the top. Come on, man. Absolutely incredible. Now the henge just goes wild. Double draw with the Innkeeper. Tasty. The Giant Killers is 100% what's keeping us from victory. They outboxed us entirely. You know, just being able to tap our creatures. That's insane. And then we would have dealt with it. But Shepherd of the Flock, which is an unplayed card, gets used to recycle it, which is one of the coolest techs I've seen in a while, actually. Big woof. So we're learning a little bit. And yeah, what a great match. Let's see if, you know, we can get any kind of shenanigans flowing here. I don't know how we would, in all honesty. Right? It's awkward. This goes there. Guess this goes here, this goes here. We could do that later. That goes over there. Oh my god. Giant Killer needs to tap the Aspirant, which it did not. There is no reach. They're unable to get the Lovestruck Beast to attack because the henge is a... They'd have to use Heart's Desire, something a non... Like the Innkeeper goes to 2/2, right? So that's unlikely. Again with the immediate tech. I love it. That is so good. You know what my next deck is? That's just ungodly. Shepherd of the Flock, Giant Killer, Great Henge combo. Combo Wombo Domination. We lose our Maul. That's the only 3-drop or higher. We're flightless. We need all of these Giant Killers just to frig off is the thing. Selesnya Adventure. In the house. That's incredible. Into a beast. Yeah, this is we've been getting dominated for a while now. That Great Henge has gained who knows how many life, right? At least 6, probably 8 to 10. Yeah, we got close, but we're not going to be able to get through at all. Box. Let you have it. Get us down to 1. Let's see what we top deck before we show ourselves out. Another Hallowblade, and we can't pay 3 life for the Embrace any longer. Good game, and still sitting at an 85% win rate, so an incredible deck here. Woof. Every now and again we have a stroke of pure genius. It was inspired by the Skyclave Hallowblade synergy, and then of course the Aspirant is great with the Hallowblade, and since we're playing white you have to have the Apparition, and we're going big, so you may as well include Demonic Embrace and Skyclaves, you know, Ember Cleaves of the specific color, and you know, why not cap off the synergy with a Lieutenant and go way obnoxious with multiple copies of a Legion Angel if you can get it going. Plus, you know, we have the Apparition we talked about, or the Apparition. The Murderous Rider is, again, so doubling your creatures in with removal, absolutely, and then also avoiding your opponent's removal. It's a great way to win games through just card advantage and value. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I had a blast playing this deck. I know we're going to see it a ton in the ladder soon. And yeah, thanks for your time and attention. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share that channel out to all of your Magic the Gathering Arena friends. That would be the best thing that you could ever do for me. And then if you want to go above and beyond, support the channel financially, your Twitch Prime, you know, you could go above and beyond. Patreon, YouTube memberships. We have, you know, exclusive videos for our YouTube members right now. So get in on that. Really cool stuff going on in there. And of course, you know, the gem giveaway, free cash prize tournaments every single month. There's a ton going on. Download the Assistant. That's the Overwolf link in the description below. There's so much going on here, you guys. It's ridiculous. You absolutely have to have it. And with that being said, go pick another video out from the channel. You know, we create more content than you could ever watch. So I know there's something else for you. And if you're still watching, you're hungry for more. So we'll see you in a few seconds in the next video.